Try not to clink this around too much. Testing. Right, ready to do this?
Honestly, I'm not sure, but we'll give it a go.
Right, 3, 2. In today's video, we're going to try and explain how we retired at 32, and we're going to give you the secret formula of how you might be able to live the retired lifestyle too.
Honestly, I feel a little bit silly even trying to address this subject and using the words retired. But we kind of stumbled into this lifestyle, and it has become one of the most requested questions and topics that we get asked by our younger audience. So we thought we'd try and explain some of it now.
So first of all, let's break down the title of this video. I feel like that's a good place to start. When you think of being retired at a young age, the common view is that you would make a load of money and then be set for life, sod off to a foreign country somewhere and live the rest of your days in sunshine and happiness. That's kind of what the stereotypical view, isn't it?
Not having to worry about where your money is coming from because it's coming in from a pension.
Over the years, some people look at our lifestyle here on YouTube and they see elements of that. Living in Asia for 5 years, exploring some of the country's most popular tourist hotspots, visiting completely unknown remote villages in an exotic land,
sailing to uninhabited islands in unconventional destinations like Burma on a beautiful yacht, meeting the Moken sea gypsies. Oh, that was incredible. That was a life-changing trip for us. It really was.
We did party boat tours in the south of Thailand. We rode super bikes across North Thailand. That was unbelievable. Truly amazing stuff.
And now, of course, living on the Silver Coast of Portugal, where we get to spend a ridiculous amount of time with our little girl's story.
By choice, I might add, by choice. We've gotten to take her to some fantastic holiday home destinations, places that you would only dream about going on holiday to, taking in some of Europe's most beautiful coastlines and unbelievable, pristine, clean beaches. Even exploring old ruins left to the mercy of time. Yeah, we took our child in there too.
We have stood on mountaintops, we've watched the sunset over snowy peaks, and we've even hiked above the clouds.
We've driven through some of the most fantastic scenery, just spending time together as a family, and really just enjoying life together. So I get it, I can see how it looks.
Especially when we lived in Thailand, our younger friends would say, oh, I went on holiday there, it must be amazing to live there. So what do you do all day? And our older friends would say, oh, well, I've got some years left before I can retire and do anything like that.
And then they'd follow it up with, how are you doing it at your age? And we'd have to explain things. So the youth thought that we were on some kind of permanent vacation, and the elders were just confused and maybe even a little bit envious that we'd kind of retired about 30 years before them.
But the reality is, they were all wrong.
Okay, so we've explained the title of the video. Now we're going to lay out some truth bombs, and then we'll get onto the juicy stuff. Things like how you can do it too.
Obviously, we aren't retired. Da, da, da.
Yeah, not at all.
You all know that. We still work, and we work a lot. And technically, we're working right now just making this video. So we are going to tell you exactly what we do to have this retired lifestyle.
And if you bother to stick around to the end of this video, we're going to be sharing some real resources on things you can use, websites that we've researched, and start building a life like this yourself. If there was an official job title for what we're doing right now, it would be content creators. We create and share information online that is valuable to a certain type of people. Our primary tool for creating content is video, so of course we are on YouTube. But here's a truth bomb, something that you probably did not expect. The money that we earn from YouTube is so low that it's not even enough to pay for our food bill every month. It's that low.
So to make up for the low YouTube wages, we use a membership platform to offer perks and rewards to those that want a little bit more from us, a little bit more information and behind the scenes. And we also have a nature-inspired jewellery store on Etsy, where we sell items like this necklace I'm currently wearing, a silver tree necklace.
We sell merchandise on our own website, like this, our merchandise. And sometimes we partner with companies that we like, that create products that we love, to do a review or a mention within some of our videos, stuff like that. These days, doing that kind of work is called being an influencer.
I hate that word.
I should check that the camera's still recording.
Still recording?
Yeah.
So all of these methods that we now use to generate our income have become possible because of the internet. The wide world of sharing instant information has become very exciting, and there are so many ways that you can make your mark on the internet these days.
We recently read that not long ago, the value of data actually surpassed the value of oil. That is unbelievable, and it really shows you how much the world is changing. But trying to make money online can be a bit like the Wild West. There are so many scams out there, so many con men. It is almost impossible to Google how to make money online without getting caught up in something dodgy.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. It's a little bit like people are trying to exploit those who are trying to break free from the traditional work environment and do something different, and unfortunately those people exist. We've got caught up in a few scams ourselves over the last decade, yet we've been doing it for that long. So if you're thinking of trying to change the way that you work and perhaps add a little bit more travel and freedom into your lifestyle without having to quit everything, these following tips might be of interest to you.
So to achieve location independence, we completely understand that not everyone wants to be a YouTuber or an Instagrammer or an influencer, which I really hate that word, just to say. So we have filtered through the scams and all the useless information that you can find out there, and we've come up with a little list of resources that you can trust. If you are a creative type, then you might want to consider selling some of your art or your creations via Etsy.com, and this is the platform that we use to sell our jewellery designs.
In an ideal world, it would be better to do that from your own website, but because that requires more technical knowledge and money, Etsy is a free platform to sign up on, so that's why we recommend that. They do take a percentage of your work, but then you don't have to put the money in to build the website. If you like photography, you can sell your images through a microstock website like iStockPhoto.com, Shutterstock, Pond5. Those are the ones that we've been using for the last 10 years or so to sell our images. We used to be photographers, by the way, if you didn't know that already. And when we were living in Thailand, that was our primary source of income for most of it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It is a competitive industry and you do need to put a lot of work into it, but we're still making some money from it today.
Yes, it can work.
T-shirts and clothing design. Now this one can be a little bit difficult to make money from. Because we already have an audience, it's a little bit easier for us to just sell our merchandise to people that already care about our journey. But if you're going flat out and going straight from nothing, then you need to be very creative. You need to know a lot about online marketing or just marketing in general. There's a lot of research involved, but some platforms you can use. One of the quickest and easiest and most popular is called teespring.com. It's linked directly to the YouTube platform, so if you make some videos as well, you can just directly link the two. Or if you want to create your own e-commerce website using something like WordPress.com, which is what we use for 8milesfromhome.com, which is our website, you can link it to the supplier, which is called Printful.com. That's the website we use to create all of our merchandise designs and send them across the world, so you don't have to worry about storing all of the t-shirts in your house, especially if you like to travel around.
Which is called dropshipping.
Yeah.
A good way to make the t-shirt and clothing designs work is if you don't have an attachment to the design. Like for us, it's our logo, so that's what we want to sell. But if you don't have that, then you can look at current trends whenever they happen, and as they happen, make a design for that and sell it on. For instance, Game of Thrones, when that came out, mega popular TV show, do some funny designs based around that.
Yeah, you have to be careful not to copyright it, but you can do things that are based off of it.
Yes.
And because it's so popular at that particular period of time, you might get some sales out of it.
Yeah, and things like pugs, the pug dog. Everyone went through a phase of loving pugs at one point, and there was a massive surge of pug mugs and pug t-shirts and things like that. So look for current trends and make a design or a few designs and whack them up online and see if they sell.
Yeah. All right, so we've spent some time covering the creative types because that's what we are, but also we understand a lot of people aren't that type of person and want to do more administrative work, or perhaps that's already where your specialty lies. If you're interested in doing transcription work or speech to text, subtitling for films and movies or other people's YouTube videos, you can use a website called transcribeme.com. You have to pass a test to be able to get yourself listed on there.
They pay you by the audio minute, and they also have a translation service. So if you speak multiple languages, the translation has a higher fee as well, so you get paid more.
Okay, other jobs we can recommend. Teaching English online. There is a particular website that we know a few people that use called dadaabc.com. It's more of a structured environment. You have to work from a quiet room, but you can teach people across the world to speak English. You do need to have a university degree to get that job though, but it can be in anything.
You don't need to be a teacher to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Other popular jobs that you can search for online are online copywriting, proofreading, writing jobs, live help desk assistants, virtual assistants, and social media content managers.
So we mentioned this briefly earlier, but if you are going to go searching the internet for this kind of work, do not type in how to make money online if you want to avoid scams. Instead, search for remote work or working remotely, and what you'll find is a load of remote work communities where official companies have come and posted their jobs, but you're able to work for them anywhere in the world. Some of these websites that we've checked out and seem very legit are weworkremotely.com, remoteworkhub.com, workingnomads.co.
There is remote.co, and finally dribble.com with 3 B's. This is one for design and creatives.
What we've found through looking at these remote work communities so far is that if you're already in the information technology world, you're a developer or a coder, there are thousands of jobs listed for you to do and remote work from anywhere in the world. The next most popular category was for website design, front-end design, graphic designers too, and I think the last big section was for content management and help desk stuff.
This also might be a little bit obvious, but even just consider doing your job that you're doing now and asking if you are able to work from home while still doing your current job. It's something a lot of companies are getting into and letting their staff do now because they want to downgrade their office space, that kind of thing. They're letting people go and work from home more than they were 10 years ago.
So we hope that has kind of myth busted our life a little bit and given you some real hard information on how you can do this yourself for whatever type of person you are, creative, admin, or somebody who's just looking to take their current skill set and see if you can work remotely online. In the spirit of true location independence, we've relocated to the beach to finish off this video. This is the dream, isn't it, when people think of remote work, being able to work from anywhere.
To give a bit more inspiration into remote work and some ideas and things that you can do that you may not have thought of as yet is voice acting and being a voiceover for companies and adverts and things like that. If you Google voice acting, you will come up with lots of sites where you can do that. So if you have a voice, you have a way to make money. There are a couple of websites that we've looked at, which is voices.com and also voicebunny.com, and they are both good comprehensive sites where you can submit your voice sample and see if you can get accepted to their website where people can choose you to be their voice actor.
I think there's a bit of a misconception with voice acting that you have to be a trained actor or something to do it, but honestly you don't have to. I've done voiceover for a documentary before, and Sasha has done it for a corporate video. We were a little bit apprehensive to begin with, but it is just you talking, and a lot of people want a natural sounding voice, so you might be exactly the thing that someone's looking for.
It's definitely worth looking into, and it's definitely a fun way to make some money. So this video may be called How We Retired at 32, but, and it is a big but, Joe and I will never really retire.
Never.
We are going to keep working and doing this and making videos and some kind of online work, probably forever.
Oh yeah, until the end of days.
This is our retirement plan.
This is also our pension plan in a way. We have no private pension saved up. We have nothing like that. Our pension, our insurance and our safety net is the fact that we can actually earn some money abroad or online continuously, probably as a hobby until the day we're not here anymore. But one important factor is the fact that we enjoy our work so much that it feels like a hobby. The things that people retire to do as enjoyment is what we do for work. So the things that we are doing right now, will never really feel like work. And that's why we feel like we're always going to be working.
And of course, making our money solely remotely, which is what this video has been all about.
So that is it. I really do hope that you listen to the things we're saying and you try and apply it to your lives and your skill sets. And if you don't have the skill sets that we've mentioned in any of these recommendations, then you can still learn. It might not take as long as you think, so just keep an open mind and perhaps you'll be doing your work from a place like this in the near future. Don't forget to like the video, leave a thumbs up and share it with anybody who might be interested in retiring early, making their money remotely or living abroad. And if you do take any recommendations from the comment section below, just remember we can't endorse them, only the things that we've said in the video, but there may be some resources down there that might be more relevant to you. So go check out the comments and leave one of your own if you've got something to say. And that's it. We'll see you next time. Bye.